Spring 2026 might genuinely be one of the most stacked anime seasons we've had in years, and narrowing this down to just 5 anime was way harder than it should have been, but after watching through the season, these are the 5 series that stood out the most, the ones that genuinely delivered, surprised, and left the biggest impression. So let's get straight into it. Number 5. Nepon Sunugu. I need you to not sleep on this one. Post-nuclear Japan, the country has fractured into 3 warring states. Society has regressed. Think early Meiji-era tech levels, limited education, and brute force running everything. Into that world walks Altero Misumi, a civil servant with no army, no weapon, and no special power, just an exceptionally sharp mind and the ability to talk his way through situations that would get most people killed. It's a thinking man's war drama, and it earns every second of tension it builds. The score, the direction, the way it writes its supporting cast, everything is operating at a high level. If you've ever wanted a show that rewards patience and intelligence the same way something like Vinland Saga does, Nepon Sunugu is exactly that. Don't let it pass you by. Number 4, Classroom of the Elite, Season 4, Second Year, First Semester. Season 4 is genuinely hype, and if you haven't been watching this series, you're missing out. Ayano Kochi is one of the coldest, most calculated protagonists in anime right now, and this season is where that fully pays off. There are moments where you're going to sit up straight and go, wait, he planned that from the beginning? It's just pure, jaw-dropping shock value, the kind where he's so many steps ahead of everyone else in the room that you almost feel bad for the people getting outplayed. The psychological warfare is tighter and meaner than it's ever been, and the show is fully cashing in on everything it built over 3 seasons. The hype around this protagonist is real, and Season 4 is the proof. Is it deep? Debatable. Is it entertaining? Completely. Sometimes a show just commits to its bit so hard that you respect it, and Classroom of the Elite has always known exactly what it is. But if you want to pivot away from the toxic high school mind games into something a lot more wholesome, then the next one might be right up your alley. Number 3, I made friends with the second prettiest girl in my class. I genuinely wasn't ready for how much I'd enjoy this. It sounds like standard high school romance territory on the surface, but the core friendship here feels like something you don't often get in this genre. The 2 leads bond over bad shark movies and violent video games, and from that first interaction, there's just a real ease between them. They feel like actual people rather than characters moving through romance beats. What the show does really well is resist the urge to manufacture drama. It lets the relationship breathe and develop at its own pace, and the choices both characters make feel like they come from who they actually are, not from what the plot needs them to do. That kind of restraint is rare, and it makes every small moment land so much harder. If grounded, character-driven romance is your thing, this one's a must. Number 2, rezero, Starting Life in Another World, Season 4. This was never not going to be on this list. ReZero is back, and this season is not going to be kind to you. Season 4 is adapting what fans of the light novel describe as one of the most brutal, emotionally devastating arcs in the entire story. Subaru is going after something he's been fighting towards since Season 1, and the obstacle in his way is something that broke people far stronger than him. But here's what people forget about the suffering. The reason it hits so hard is the character writing. Subaru is one of the most genuinely developed protagonists in the isekai genre, and the people around him aren't just supporting cast. They have history, they have weight, they have reasons for everything they do. When things go wrong in this show, you feel it because you actually care. That's hard to pull off, and ReZero does it better than almost anything else in this genre. White Fox is delivering cinematically. The stakes are at their peak. Season 4 is going to wreck you in the best possible way. Before we get to number 1, there were definitely a few honorable mentions that almost made this list, and a couple I just didn't get enough time with this season to properly rank. And number 1, Witch Hat Atelier. Magic exists in this world, but everyone believes it's something you're born with or you're not. Then the main character, Coco, discovers the truth. Magic is drawn. Symbols, ink, a steady hand. Anyone could do it, if they knew how. That one discovery immediately raises an uncomfortable question. If anyone can do it, why doesn't everyone know it? And the answer is where this show gets genuinely interesting. Witch Hat Atelier isn't chasing a clean good versus evil story. It's asking harder questions about who controls knowledge, who decides to keep it hidden, and whether those decisions are actually justified. It wraps all of that in some of the most stunning animation of the season, and a main character whose desire to belong to something she loves is impossible not to root for. This is the one. Don't miss it. Spring 2026 really was one of those seasons that reminds you why anime can feel impossible to keep up with. Because when this many shows are firing on all cylinders, somebody's favorite is always getting left out. And honestly, that's a great problem to have. So now I want to know, what was your anime of the season? Did Witch Hat Atelier deserve number 1? Or is there something you think I completely slept on? Let me know down below. Because if this season proved anything, it's that 2026 is only getting started.